Hello? Yeah, this is Bert. Dude, what are you talking? It's only been like 2 episodes since I started putting it together. What? People think it's just been sitting. No. We've been very strategically and methodically planning, thinking, ordering. Because these things don't just go together. Wow, but I hope y'all are having a wonderful day, and we're gonna get into it here. So basically, this truck, the brakes are locked up, so we're gonna put new brakes in the back. Probably just gonna free up the ones in the front, or try to, because those are expensive, very expensive. And we have to address the killer dowel pin, the gaskets, and a couple other things on the engine itself before the kit comes in today. And our kit should be arriving from DCS, Diesel Conversion Specialist, today with the majority of the parts we need. But we're still not going to have a couple things. A purple Cummins, boys! Isn't she beautiful? Holy bejesus. I've been waiting for this thing. Here's the wire harness. Today is, we have the Cummins, boys, and we have to start getting it completely ready and putting it in the truck. We have everything we should need, and we gotta get it done. Like I said, first things first, I'm gonna start taking this apart. Oh yeah. There you are. Damn, thing is coming out a little bit already too. Giving the old killer dowel pin a little smackarooski. Back into place here. Back into place. I'm gonna take our 2 little pin heads, some pipe dope, and put it back. Oh, we got the old dowel pin fixed. So now we're going to put our new water pump in. Comes with a new gasket. This does only go one way in the engine, so you can't mix it up. So it's dummy proof, as they say. Here it is compared to the one that I pulled off. This is, somebody must have bought this off eBay. Or maybe some other cheap part, I don't know. But it's not factory, it's supposed to have a disc, and you can see how much height difference and stuff. It probably worked fine. It's probably not that big of a deal, but just wanted to point that out. Two 13mm on the water pump. 35 to 40 foot-pounds on the old Bert's and torque wrench here. Gonna wear it? Nah, I can feel it. We still gotta tap that, get all the exhaust manifold bolts ready to go. Alternators up there. New filter, engine mounts are on. We got new seals. And what else do we do there? Oh, we fixed the killer dowel pin. The killer dowel pin was a big one. Finishing up this now. And putting up our 8 17mm bolts into the back of the engine. The starter, and we didn't actually even have to cut the block, so I'm not sure what's up with that or why they set like what's up with that. So I did not have to do that. There we go, got the front all dressed up, belts on, tensioners on, alternator is on there. Oh, yep, we just got the test fit. Fans on the ground. Things fit right on there beautifully. Look at that. Boys, next day, major debacle moving the truck. Didn't go very well. It's stuck down here now, in the middle of nowhere. Thing's fucked. But yeah, we gotta get this truck under this carport. Great times. We split this drive shaft at the slip yoke here. Awesome. Here's the long half. Goes back to the rear diff, comes up front here. And this is the piece that we have to get shortened here. Bearing right here. We want this thing to be about 2 feet long. When we were moving this, one of our dollies here, I'm surprised this one's not breaking right now. Looks like it's about to though, I know it is, it's already, you can see it curving down there. Oh yeah, that thing's hot. But yeah, so we gotta go to Harbor Freight, get more wheel dollies. We're gonna go to Quincy, go to the Driveshaft shop, drive that off, talk to the guy about customizing that to fit in. We gotta finish putting our turbo exhaust manifold on this engine, and we gotta put all our sensor adapters, fuel lines. My God, there's a lot to do, so let's get it. Cut some new guys, return the old ones. We'll see if this thing moves. Split the drive shaft, took that on over to the shop, so that's good. Got our manifold here. Oh, manifold, gotta get that. Yeah, the shed always looks good. Got the turb ski. Everything we should need to install it. Thing's half decent. I think it's not like a OEM turbo or anything. It's slightly bigger, but nothing special at all by any means. Just a decent stock replacement. We have our manifold on there. Hopefully it doesn't leak. Because I want to see how the turbo is going to line up for the exhaust, and missing the heater core, bending up the transmission dipstick tube and other stuff that will get in the way over here. Got a new drain tube, so gonna put that on there. Well, much later, but finally got everything hooked up here. Got our turbo on, manifold on, and stuff hooked up. Do I know if it will leak? No. But yeah, it's pretty late. extra late now. Truck is chilling. I'm gonna try and move it up. Well, we got the Cummins. We're trying to pull the truck up. Got the drive shaft. And some sketchy things going on, but we're gonna do it. Okay, so I'm gonna go underneath the truck and put my big bar on this bolt right. They're all different sizes for some reason. So no, I think it's this one, and then it's in there. Gotta start lining some stuff up. See what goes on. Who knows? Who really knows? This thing's not angling back enough to get in there right now. Alright, it's wicked close. Almost. Brand new bolts for your bell housing. Almost got it lined up. See that gap right there? Oh, she's almost together, boys.
God damn!
Hello! Welcome back to another video, guys. How are y'all doing today? My name is Bert from Bertbuilds. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button down here, as only 35% of you guys who watch my videos are currently subscribed to the channel. So we recently, or we're about to at the point of making this video, but I'm sure we'll pass it by the time that I'm done editing and uploading this. But so we recently passed 1,500 subscribers on the channel, which is a huge milestone for me. So thank you very much from the bottom of my heart to all you guys who are out there supporting the builds and commenting and watching the videos. It really does mean the world to me, and it really does give me the support to do everything that we have going on here. No joke. This right here would not be happening if it wasn't for you. So make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification. Did I say that right? Ring the notification bell. If you don't ring that bell, you won't even get updated. YouTube's a scam. That's how it works now, because they want to control things. You know how it is. But anyway, if you haven't seen the last part, part 8, where we put the engine and get it all started up in this truck for the first time. Oh, stabbed myself with an AC line. But if you haven't seen part 8, make sure to check that out. And the link to the entire Cummins build playlist will be down below as well. So make sure if you are not caught up, get caught up on that. And yeah, so we have a massive to-do list, like we usually do. Every day we make one of these. And yeah, we have a massive pile of stuff that has to go back into this truck, and a lot of plumbing. A lot of plumbing to do, a lot of pipes and lines that have to go places that they are currently not. So that should be my specialty, as I am a plumber, but we will see. Oh, 5 a.m. boys, let's get it. Same as Weston Champlain did, we got an upper radiator hose off a 2001 Dodge Dakota, and we're going to splice that into a factory Ford radiator hose for a 6.4 liter power stroke that will connect over here. And then the other nub is down there, and on the side of the engine we need to 90 and come out straight. So yeah, the power steering, oh yeah. New factory Ford lines, both of them, supply and return for the hydro boost. Worked out really good, can't really see it. I'll get the light in there in a minute. But so yeah, pretty much. Oh yeah, if it isn't perfect, is it even done? Of course not. Bert builds, never done. But yeah, we made it really far. I did like a lot of work, I guess. But so we're really hitting walls everywhere we go now, is what I'm saying. Had this one fat guy. Boost gauge? We should have a boost gauge somewhere. Recommended some new White Claw drink to me, and I was just like, what the fuck, bro? Tail light's supposed to be simple enough. They have this little diode. And then I ran out of gas. Wired from factory inside them. I'll link these down below in the description. They're just from Amazon. I think they cost $165 for the pair or something like that. Brand new. I had the same ones on my 6.0 King Ranch. They're very nice lights. They should plug right on into factory connectors here. And just bolt right back up, 2 screws, and that's it. So let's see. There's 2 pins that line up on the side, and then you kind of have it like sitting there. You just take your hand, give it a good smack-a-rooski. Lines up pretty decent. Now I lost my screws already. Huh? That thing looks tight. Ow. Oh nice, this thing didn't even break. Let's go. Alright, another piece of junk here. Plug. Line it up. Give it a couple smacks. So, these are the tow mirrors for the 11 to 17? 16? Something like that. They're the 6.7 OG mirrors with the little angle cut in them. They're the ones I wanted for the truck, so these aren't the hardest thing ever to install. I also smashed the ones off my King Ranch 6.0 and replaced those about a year ago now. It's pretty fun. Yeah, about a year ago. It's pretty fun. But so there's basically just 4 studs and a plug. The only annoying thing is you actually have to take the door panel off to plug them in underneath the window and lock controls. So door panel must go. There's just one under that. There, where is it? That guy right there. And then there's 2 down the bottom, left and right. And I think that just pops up. Pretty sure. Oh. Yep. There's one conveniently already missing from the bottom here, so that's great. I love my 10 mil. Oh, that's not good. Don't you just love when stuff that's supposed to work doesn't? So, finally got this all. Turn on the E lights here. But this is I'm kind of pissed. I thought there was a running light that was LED in the center of this. Thing looks whack. I bet you it's gonna shake like a bitch on the highway. Yeah. Junk. We have to get a whole different regulator, whole different pump head, new filters, spring and ball. We have to basically take that whole fuel system apart and rebuild it. Mosquito. Get out of here. Who knows, though. So, we're waiting for our fuel, our throttle, and also a new belt and a couple other parts that are also coming at the Dodge dealership. So that's a lot of stuff that's preventing me, in my opinion, from putting the radiator and intercooler back in permanently, because it's going to be really annoying to take the fan off, to take the belt off, to do a throttle cable, and to get to my fuel lines on my pump. I mean, that wouldn't be that bad. But the other stuff with the radiator, intercooler, and tranny cooler plumbed up there, it wouldn't be a no-go. So we're kind of in a state of dilemma where I want to bang out everything and just drive this truck and be like, what? And show you guys a nice burnout, of course, because I'm sure that's what you want to see as well. Even though this might, I don't know, it might not do burnouts yet. We have to get there. Anywho, so there's a lot that's preventing me from actually finishing up the front end of the truck. And I still have to put the drive shaft in. The exhaust pipe looks like a nightmare because the transmission dipstick tube is literally going like halfway across where I want my turbo and exhaust downpipe to go and connect up to the stock Ford exhaust. So that's an L. But those are two things, exhaust and drive shaft, that we can do right now that don't involve any of the parts I'm waiting for, and it is very important stuff that has to get done. That's gonna work. 14mm for the carrier bearings. We got a swivel for our 1/2-inch impact and a 12mm ratcheting flex guy for the drive shaft guys themselves. Whoop. So the trans is now filled, which is good. That's a plus. Oh yeah, we also have our fluids coming out of our transmission line on the front up here, so we know she's filled. Kinda wanna fucking make that stop happening. This isn't a 6, what is it? It's got a gas job. Gas job. This hose looks nice. I don't know what this hose. Ugh, it smells bad. Yeah. 4R. Coil over. Ooh. Is that a drive shaft? Oh, that was a drive shaft. Crusty thing. Aircraft carrier, ignition switch. So I was testing that out. We're gonna get that on up into the cab. It's got some auxiliaries that are actually, like, it's pretty high quality switch. We're gonna finish wiring up the ignition, get some wires into place. Part 10, we'll be getting the drive shaft, fuel system, and radiator hoses all sorted out. And then maybe 11 we'll be driving. We need to be getting it driving by the 4th of July. That's the goal. We want this guy up and running, doing burnouts for the 4th of July. Can we make it? Probably. Okay, so it's much later. It took me a while to figure out how to get enough, basically the gauge wire I was using over here wasn't strong enough to send a signal that we needed to turn over our motor. Okay. Water separator, fuel filter. We got the specialty pack, 20% off. Oh, as I dump them all out. But comes with 4 filters. They last 15 to 25,000 miles a piece. What's up, guys? Bert from bertbuilds. Hope you're enjoying all the vlogs. The Cummins build is coming along, so all the support has been so amazing for that. And we've been banging out our to-do list like crazy. Like crazy, boys. Like, I'm not kidding you. And our goal is to get this thing up and running for the 4th of July. That's our goal. I mean, we have a ton of things to do. We might be able to make it happen. So, the Cummins build, what does it need? She needs quite a few things, boys, quite a few things. Wasn't transferring the power we needed down to the starter. Now we have everything though. Everything's all hooked up nice. We got our boost gauge, aircraft carrier, engine start button. So that's all good. This pump for our 6-port is no good. New pump head. This will do up to 100 PSI for fuel. This is what pumps the fuel, and then there's also a sump that sucks fuel from the bottom of the tank and runs it through, I forget what they call it. It's not a compressor, but it sucks all the air out of the fuel because diesel fuel is very foamy. And when it sits in your tank and you drive and stop and shake it up, you don't want that air getting sucked down into your fuel system, and then your fuel doesn't burn as clean because you have air in it. So that's what this system gets rid of. And this right here cost me $400 for all this stuff, and a full setup for 95 12-valve Cummins with the pump head and lines and everything is about $800 or $900 for this pump. We traveled to Connecticut, 2-hour drive, pick up our drive shaft. We already got our new U-joints and bearings in the shaft. We got shortened. So we have to throw that in, probably gonna. So stay tuned for this, because I'm gonna do a review on this guy, because a lot of people like to get the Bilsteins over that. So theoretically, the truck should drive. But then we still don't have a bumper or lights or a lot of things in place. So yeah, there's a ton of work to do, boys. Ton of work. Junk filters are out. Drained out the fuel out of those guys, so now we gotta get the pump head down, replace that guy, get our new spring and ball in there. Feel worse than the cheapest doctor gloves I've ever felt. Water separator, fuel filter. So that's free. Here's our new spring and ball from Fast. I called them, they got me the right exact part numbers I needed. Very great customer service over there, I believe. Wow, they gave us 2 sets of O-rings. Upgrading from a 10 to a 30 amp fuse on this Fast system here. Going right down from the positive terminal up on the driver's side battery is where your fuse is. We're sweating in right now. Okay, so got our new fuse into place. Going from a 10 to a 30 for the Fast upgradage. Here's our old little pump for the 6.4. Here's the Cummins pump. New spring and ball kit, we just put that in. Cleaning up the pump, and then we're gonna do our new filters. The spring goes right inside this line here. The ball sits up here. Where is it? Ball sits like that. And then the pump head goes on top, filters go on the bottom. Now the lighting's not very good. Now, theoretically, when I turn the key, we should hear noises. Into the fuel lines up top. We got the new Fast, new head on there. Kind of hard to see. Pump is down here a little lower now. But yeah, we just reused this guy. New filters. So that's all set. Fuel's all set. Where's the to-do list? Alright, so Fast fuel pump, we can cross that off. We used the factory Ford upper hose and a factory Cummins lower hose. And then a Dakota. Inline 2001 Dodge Dakota. Upper radiator hose to splice them all together. Yeah, that just helps us a lot because then we can delete the Ford degas bottle. So we're going to put some coolant in this thing and see how she idles. Belt, that is done. Cruise control, that's questionable. Radiator hose, that is done. Coolant, we have to fill that right now. Intercooler tubes, we have to look into. Downpipe is also questionable. Dipstick. So we are making good progress here, boys. Got the peak. We were adding coolant and we're getting a bit of a drip right away, so I'm confused where it's coming from. Why? What is going on? Hopefully this fixes the old pinhole we got going on in our Mishimoto right now, because it really pissed me off. I was like, wow, the radiator hoses were way easier to... Shake, 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 shake. It could theoretically go like that. Fuck, dude. I don't think these are gonna be too big. Cut it out of the way. Just a heater hose. Get in there. Oh, I probably could have used this a second ago too. Yeah, not really. So we'll, I just didn't fill that enough the way that I have the power steering plumbed up, so that should be all right. We're gonna pop the intercooler in and look at these tubes. I need to have my bungee cable ready to go. We're gonna have to cut this thing anyways. Yeah, one like this, I believe. Yeah, it went sort of like that, going up to the turbo on the 6.4. It's underneath, so it's still gonna be a bitch and a challenge, but I feel like less. So this is actually like relatively close to where we want it to be, so that is the one good thing about this. I mean, we're still gonna have to cut it, but I want to be kind of accurate with my pipe here because I don't have any extras if I cut one of these fucked up or something like that. These clamps weren't designed to be in the spots that they're in, so I was trying to make stuff easy to take apart, and I think I achieved that because everything is sort of in a good spot. Oh, what's that? You're not subscribed to the channel yet. You haven't seen all the content? Well, sorry about that demonstration there, boys, and pretty much things are just bowling. So if you like the Bert builds, click subscribe, ring the bell, make sure to share with your friends, because without you guys and all the comments and support that we get on these builds, I would just be wasting my time, a stupid nobody doing nothing. So thank you. Oh no, I forgot light bulbs. Alright, I gotta go. Let's see what happens. Oh hey, didn't see you guys there. Anyway, welcome back to Bert Builds. We've gotten a massive, humongous amount of things done here, boys. Literally the mess on the ground of fluids, gloves, trash, parts, and tools is unbelievable.
24 hours later.
I apologize, guys. I've been sick, so my voice is a little iffy. But we need this drive shaft in like 5 days ago. The thing is piece of shit. Anyway, we're gonna blow a hole in the old girl and try and put it in. But look, we have a drive shaft, guys. Look at that. It will probably blow up. I'm gonna say definitely. We have that guy in case it does. Around because I was testing out the shifter linkage, and let's take a look at the list, you know. But so we got our drive shaft done, our power steering, which I originally thought I had hooked up already, but I guess I didn't. So we got that working. That was an actual bitch. But yeah, so I'm still kind of sick. My throat still kind of hurts, but we have Cummins to build, boys. We already missed our date. We technically have already failed. Our goal is already not reached. I've been spending like $100 a day on clamps and fluids, and it's already July 7th. We haven't even driven the old girl yet. But yeah, the ABS sensor was going nuts because we trapped some air in the lines. But we got that all figured out. Power steering is now working. Going off a little bit. We have to get new boots, new clamps up there. Probably gonna have to reseat the entire drive shaft, maybe grind down a couple spots because it's got this O-ring where the yokes line up, and the yoke that I have for the shaft I had the shop shortened for me is just a little bit different. So there's like an 1/8 inch gap meeting up with the transmission. So when it spins, it gets a little tiny wobble to it. So if you were ripping this thing, it might come through the cab, blow up, ruin the bearings. I don't know. That's what it is. I airlocked the Hydro Boost system on this truck because on these Ford Super Duties, they're so heavy that the power steering and the brakes both run together in this Hydro Boost system using transmission fluid instead of power steering fluid. And I redid the rear brakes, and I never bled them because I couldn't drive the truck anyways. And the engine wasn't even inside the Can I say that? Any whose kids will beep out the F word. But it's awesome because there was air in my brake line, so I stepped on the brakes, and my pedal went to the floor, and the ABS sensor, which is what modulates your brakes when you step on them so that you don't skid. That's why you can't drift your car without an e-brake. Air intake we haven't done yet. We got the filter for it though. Boost tubes we did. We mapped them out. There's a couple clamps that blew off just from me starting it, so that's not a good sign, but we gotta fix that. And then cruise control. I'm gonna make a separate video on that, just like the RC steering. Scary. Here comes the rain. I'm hopeful, sort of, maybe. I have no idea. Guys, I have no idea. Will this truck ever move? I don't know. I don't know. Get that classic Cummins shake when you shut it off. She should be almost ready to drive though. Like I was saying, we got the power steering going. I'm gonna put these clamps on. Then we have like smaller stuff that's not important that I want to make separate videos on that include this rough country steering stabilizer. We have an air horn, rock lights, and also an AC to DC to AC? AC to DC? DC is battery, AC is house. So we're gonna wire up some house outlets on this truck. So this is the tube. This snakes up. This is a pretty elaborate tube too, like just stock from Ford. It did this. When it goes right in between your headlight and your intercooler, then bangs up right in between your fan and your battery thing, like literally like that. So then I had to come up with some 90s and some other clamps, but that should be good. Why do I hear sounds right now? We're gonna have to pull this whole thing apart. Anyway, we'll throw these clamps on here. See, right? Kind of easy to take apart. It'll probably blow up. We'll see. This is uncivilized.
Get the here. Bugs in here.
Dude, this rain is bad. We're hiccups, boys, hiccups. It's the small little things in a project. Yes, like, it's the small little things, guys. The small things that you're not thinking about is what adds up and will take the most amount of time and really be the biggest pain in the ass, especially if it's something that you can't test until you've done 5 other things. Then you don't know, fuck, what are those 5 other things I did. But so we have to get this alternator system working. We got new boots and clamps, so hopefully we make boosts. Those don't blow off now. The drive shaft is in, the shifter cable's in, the throttle's all hooked up. I know it's been kind of like a sporadic last couple of videos. We've done a little to done a ton to doing like a little. It's just sort of the flow of how I figure things out as I go, I guess. But so the truck is kind of ready to run and drive, but the entire time I've been using it, I've had it hooked up to this jumper. Not really thinking, you know, just I was literally just not thinking. So it's been hooked up to the jumper the whole time, and I've been testing out everything except for the charging system. So finally I come to realize the battery light on the dash is not turning off normally when you start it. Turning the key forward actuates what they call a momentary switch, so only for that 1 second when you're physically turning the key does it activate. That's what goes down to your starter, cranks that over. But it also is supposedly supposed to send a signal to your alternator here that activates the alternator and then shuts off, telling the inside the cab to turn off the battery light on the dash, so that the computer, thus the PCM standing for power control module, but that's what tells your alternator to start going. And basically we're not getting any signal there. The alternator wasn't even charging at first. Now we got it to charge, but I had a mishap with some thin gauge wire, so I don't know, boys. We should be able to make it work. I hear you.
It would have.
Right turn, and then I just went straight. I didn't see it.
It's definitely a stop, but you just.
Hey, what is going on, guys? Bert from bertbuilds here. I'm just kidding, we don't do intros like that. Anywho's, we gotta grab a Sawzall. I accidentally bought the non-fuel one when I went shopping the other day. We gotta put a metal blade on that old girl. Grab a battery. Yeah, you know, the marker helps a little bit, I guess. Not happening.
Bert, I think you're gonna lose that wheel. That's gonna be the one.
Well, dude, it does look rather large. Like your truck
Next to mine
looked large, and now this looks like massive. Dude, this is not cool. Yeah. I told you that grinder.
they suck. I hate those things.
Oh no. Oh my, this memory card is wicked full. That's interesting. I don't know.
Definitely a stop, but you just.
Well, it's a stop straight. When I was coming off the highway, I stopped and turned right, and then there's something in front of me right there, and that's what I missed.
Flashing red light and the stop sign on the right, yeah.
Oh,
Going over a major road.
Oh.
Yeah. You have your license on you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm sorry. I really just didn't see that. License? Need the reg or?
Yeah. Damn, you're a baby in this, huh?
Yeah, 16.
Jesus.
Yep. Yeah, thank you, sir. Sorry. I was actually I've never been here, and I was looking at my GPS, I think, so I just went right through it. I'm sorry, man.
Put it this way, if someone was going across, you weren't stopping, and you were fucked.
I hear you.
It would have been your fault all day.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, man.
Have a good one. All right, here we have, what is this, a 6.7 Cummins?
Yep.
Tell the year, tell the people what's about it.
2014 Dodge Ram 6.7 Cummins standard.
Sweet. What's what's your name, by the way?
I'm Alex.
This is Alex. Sweet fucking truck. Fuck yeah, dude. Moose power. Fucking got the fucking folder fucking mirrors. I love it. I love it. You can smell the fucking like new seats almost. And it's got the brown fucking wheel and dash.
Yeah.
That is tight. That is tight. That's fucking sweet, dude.
If you look
Third
at
brake light, fucking clean bed. Dude, fucking sweet truck. I love this.
you literally can't find no rust in the fucking frame.
She is a fucking beaut. Fucking everybody, fucking get in the video here, my boy. What's your name?
Jacob.
Jacob. We have a nice Bert build supporter, Jacob here. Fucking Alex over here with his beautiful Dodge.
My name's Trevor.
Trevor over here at 603 Diesel having a bull in time, boys.
Oh yeah.